24 years have passed since the death of Smoke the Great Fire Dragon. He had reigned for over 170 years. A reign of silent dominion over a land blighted with corruption and terror. But the alliance of the Free Folk, combined with the faithful bravery of a certain hobbit and other heroes, had liberated the land from that accursed age. The kingdoms of Erebor and Dale are shining once more. Peace and prosperity are given yet another chance. Hope fills the heart of the many who have come back to that land. But the task of bringing back those kingdoms to their full glory is far from over. Much is yet to be done in order to recover and surpass what was lost. For although the people of Durin's folk, the Wood Elves and King Bard's Northmen are hard at work to make this a reality, the enemy also stirs its invisible wings to manipulate the shadows lurking everywhere where one is afraid to watch. Fear is, and forever will be, the arch weapon of evil. Greenwood the Great is still sick and blighted with all manners of monstrosities and dark magic. Dol Guldur may not have been purged as clean as the wise would have wanted. Something dark is at work again, beyond and above all frontiers. Dismal rumors circulate, and mothers need to lie to their children to cover up the facts. More and more facts lining up, adding to each other. Stories of ghosts, rising undead, orc raiders, spider sorceresses, black ships in the southern sea, Dunlanders' invasions, elf melancholy, Rohan divided, Gondor sickening, brigands waylaying travelers, the list goes on. But let's hear the story of our two yet-to-be heroes. I had written 3. The two good souls of Holden and Elaris, who will meet on a summer day, and who'd have thought, whose lives will depend on each other until their fateful mission is completed. We have lost Rocco?
No, I'm here. Sorry. I was just trying to fix my mic sensitivity.
Yeah, but you're not in the Foundry session. You're not showing up.
I am. I'm here.
Are you?
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
There, it's reestablished.
Okay, brilliant. So we'll open the campaign in Dale, the city of Dale. It has been mostly reconstructed, not to its former glory yet, but it is still already very much a shining beacon in the north, east of Mirkwood. And it's a bustling mercantile city, built with all manners of architectural wonders, the result of the cooperation of the know-how and of the dwarves, the elves, and the human working together to put together back, civilization and peace. And Dale really exemplifies what what could the best of Middle Earth provide in this late Third Age. And this is it. There is a market in the central square of the city, bustling with all sorts of merchants, all mostly part of the merchant guild. Yeah, there is another merchant guild in Lake Town. We have dwarves living in the city itself as well. A few elves come down to cut deals with the merchants there. We have wares coming from mostly Dorwinion, Gondor, Rohan, the Woodmen. Sometimes people coming from Eriador, mostly dwarves. And it's a bright summer day. City is filled with people cutting deals at the docks, at the marketplace, the smith's quarters. All sorts of activities are taking place. The din of it all is just it's just a noisy place. But such a wonder of architecture, mixing elven woodwork, dwarven stonework, and the human this human practicality, and the chaos as well of the human life in there. And yeah, we're with Holden, who is at his sister's shop, smithy.
Helping bang out a few horseshoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever there. But yeah, I'm more or less helping around the shop.
Brilliant.
Oh, hey Adrian, could you do the on Foundry? Could you pull me to the scene again? Because I think I got left behind when I had some connection trouble. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
There you go. So, Holden, your sister has cut a deal with a farmer named Gottfried, and this farmer has bought a collection of iron tools to till the land and fix his farm. Voilà, he needs new tools, and your sister has designated you. I imagine her. I don't know. You can tell her a little bit more about Robin, but I imagine that she's quite straight, sort of manly. I don't know. You tell us a little bit about your sister. She gave you the job to take those iron tools to that farm, which is 2 days away, a day and a half away from Dale.
You want me to talk about my sister?
Yeah.
All right. My wee sister, she's got a beard just like this. Longer, actually. She's a bit older. Likes to hammer the metals. She's my favorite sister. And I have a story to tell, but not right now. Let's just say she's running away from her betrothed. And so the shop keeps her away. Doesn't really want to be tied down, if you get my drift. Her name's Robin. We come from the clan McGrun. Reckon that's about all I'm willing to share right now.
Holden, what you looking at? I'm just working. I'm busy now. Come on. Take those iron tools to his goddamn farmer. Gottfried's his name. And
Alright.
told me
You don't have to be hanging off the end of my beard. I'll go right straight ahead and get it done. I'll see you in a few days.
Yeah. Well, wait. You're to meet his son, yeah? Godmund. At the village, the village market in near Boos. Yeah, near the castle Ordmond. It's quite close to Mirkwood. So don't hang there too long, yeah? I want my money back. One of those days.
Oh, I'll be swift. Bringing my pony.
That's what I wanted to hear. All right. Goodbye, my love.
Goodbye. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Hey, what about this young dwarf lady you had kindly eyes for the other day? What's going on there?
What of it? I don't want to be tied down just like you. I'll see her, but I won't take it too seriously.
I know.
Got a problem with that?
I don't. I just remember father always repeating himself. The world needs more dwarfs. The world needs more dwarfs. Nah, you know.
Hey,
I don't
well,
give a damn.
leave it to the others. Leave it to the others to populate the earth with dwarves. You and me, we can remain bairn free by choice.
That's right. No doubt about it. Careful thieves on the
Farewell.
way.
I'll handle them.
So how did it look? You have a pony. Did you take a cart and pack everything on a cart behind the pony, or is just sacks loaded on the pony itself? Tell us.
It'll be a cart. I'll be bringing a small cart with the stuff on it.
Good. So you make your way through Dale City. You have, acrobats, fire, people firing, spitting fires, making little street shows, street musicians, all sorts of peddlers trying to, haggle their way through the market, kids throwing, little fireworks here and there, the guard trying to maintain a semblance of order. You follow. You go around all that, following some. There are many canals in this city, and there are docks and for small barges and the like, the ships that can make it along the river running down toward Lake Town, and you arrived at the gates themselves, and you're about to pass the gates, to cross the gates, to to go down that road southward. When you hear the sound, the voice of really recognizable voice. You know this boy. It's a young dwarf. A young dwarf in his teens. Narni, he's called. And suddenly you hear him hailing behind. Holden, wait!
Stop and turn to take a look.
He arrives running, all panting, bathed in sweat. Hey, my good sir, Holden how do you pronounce it? Magroan. Son Magroan. You're needed at the chamber of Mazarbul. Munin, the keeper of records, wants to see you.
Okay.
The chamber of Mazarbul is it's the library of Erebor, the fortress itself, the underground city of the dwarves in Erebor. Chamber of Mazarbul, it's a place you've barely visited. I don't know, you tell me, but it's one of the biggest library of Middle-earth. It's put back together. It was actually miraculously untouched by smoke. We didn't smell any gold in there. So you'll see when you go there, what it is about. And Munin, one of the oldest dwarf around, Munin, the keeper of records, is in charge of the chamber of Mazarbul. What do you do?
Well, lad, you're gonna have to wait a moment. I've got a delivery to complete.
I am afraid that's not. What am I going to say? I mean, they want you now there, you know? And
You'll tell them I'm gonna be a wee bit late, but I'll be there, right as rain.
Oh, they're not going to be happy about that. Oh my God, I'm going to get. Oh my God. I mean,
Nothing'll happen to you, lad.
They'll
Nothing'll
beat me.
happen to you.
They'll beat me. I'll never grow up. They'll just.
Well, then you come with me and let me complete my delivery. Then we go together, so no trouble comes to ye.
All right.
Sound fair?
No, it doesn't. Because anyway, you'll be late and not showing up, and I'll still have to pay for that.
I'll not abandon my duties to my sister.
Munin, the keeper of records, is a big deal, huh? You being summoned at the chamber of Mazarbul is not your kind of usual, summon. Munin, the keeper of records, is a close one of the king himself. It's an honor.
Aye, but I'm all the way here in Erebor. Might as well complete the delivery.
You're 2 days away from the village, and Erebor is a couple of hours from.
Oh, okay. I was under.
I'm not trying to convince you, just to give you a clear picture of what is going on.
I see. I reckon, lad, and a short detour wouldn't be amiss. Let's go.
A miss? You gotta be kidding! I mean...
No. Let's go to the chamber. Delivery can wait if it's far away.
Narni is utterly relieved. He thought he was going to be, sent to the mines for a week on, if he wasn't to complete his errand. And he jumps happily on your cart as you maneuver back through the city towards the north gate. And Erebor from there is is a few hours drive. You were perfectly free to go, to deny the summon, no?
Yeah, no, I figured if it was just a few hours, a short detour would be fine. But I thought that I was right at Lake Town already by this point.
No. You were just about to exit the south gate of Dale.
Erebor. Dale. Okay.
Dale.
Yeah. No. Then it would make more sense.
All right. Now we'll cut the scene here. And I invite you to join Elaris in Thranduil's Hall, the Woodland Realm King's Hall. Elaris, you've just gave your report back. You've just reported to Legolas, the king's heir, and just told them about your last scouting sortie, and give them all the details. The formal report of a scout coming back home, and you've done your duty. We're inside the hall. This is very much a different place with another kind of vibe than Dale. It is not cold, not warm. It's just the perfect temperature. The air is not filled with dust, neither moist nor dry. It's as if like there was some air, this as if the fortress was breathing. There's something in this place that makes you feel inside a living organism. The bridges, natural bridges formed by living trees there, as if the trees were answering some form of magical design. Every apparatus, if there are any, or any form of technology there is very much appearing as if naturally occurring. There is possibly some melodies or some faraway chants resonating through those vast chambers, and everything is interconnected. You have some like corridors, like going from one big hall to another, but it all feels like one big living thing. And it's ancient. Ancient, this thing was created at the beginning of the Second Age, 5,000 years ago. And it's been growing underground ever since. There are underground rivers running at the bottom of it, waterfalls. It's actually a pretty quiet moment in the hall. Most of the court is away preparing some kind of celebration that will happen that night in the bower. The bower is the main feast hall of the woodland realm. A feast hall, that is to say, it's an open glade. It's a large clearing in the forest, but they call it a feast hall. And most of the elves from the King's Hall are at the moment busy in the forest. So it feels much quieter than it usually is, and you feel pretty much alone in there. You've made your report to the guard, and you're on your way to somewhere. You'll tell us where you're headed now. Crossing one of those natural bridges. Where is Elaris headed?
So Elaris is just digesting the journey through the wood. The wood is his natural habitat. It's almost part of him. Called Mirkwood in the common tongue, Tor Nufuan, forest under nightshade, or Erin Lasgarlan, wood of green leaves. His spirit, even though he journeys sometimes out of the wood, his spirit always resides in it. His mother is Laura Lee. I don't know if we got these names sorted before. Laura Lee and Emery is his sister, both of a mystical bent, so more in tune again with the spirit of the forest. His father, more practical, Lenaith, also a scout, a patroller of the woods, since he is very, very old. Elaris is a young elf, only a few hundred years old. Yes, so returning now to Thranduil's halls, which, while ancient, is still moved from our more southern regions where the stories of old come from, and the Sylvan elves of which Elaris is descended from. The Sindar came more recently and have mixed with the Sylvan, but the Sylvan were there from the Awakening and have always resided in these great woods which have been reduced. But Elaris now returned from his journey, just takes time to find the peace of this home, although his heart is always wandering. And now, having given his report to Legolas of the goings on in the south and in the woods, the spiders and so on and so forth, and numbers and any incidences that he noticed on his patrol, he is glad that there is festivities tonight. That will be a chance to see some of his friends and tell some stories and sing some songs, perhaps. But really, his joy was in moving through those woods and returning. So it's just soaking in that long period of time in this young elf's life, just that journey that has just ended. So he's just really just coming back into his home, and he would look to find his sister Emery or his mother Laura Lee, or if his father had time from his business, his father Lenaith. I'll pop those names through. And he's just looking to return to see how his home is and make sure everybody is settled and calm.
So imagine they live, father and mother, in one of those suspended house somewhere on a big tree, which you access through those hanging bridges. Where would they live? Or under the roots of a tree in a cave? Not a troll cave, not a hole, but just, something cozy.
No, well, I think in my imagining, slightly out of character, the Thranduil's halls are more underground, more beneath the trees, possibly with some residents and lookouts in the trees above in the canopy. But in Loreen, I think there's more of that high places in the woods. So, although I like the idea of his mother being more mystical, living in the canopy a little bit, so that they could live slightly apart from the halls, perhaps. Which are kind of more of a secure stronghold that can be locked and hidden in case of any serious trouble. But yes, I like the idea of a home in the canopy.
Yeah.
So where the more, maybe his father would prefer to be down in the safety of the halls, but his mother prefers to hear the sound of the wood and feel the fresh airs coming from the in the canopy. So so he'll take his way through some bridges and around a great tree and up into the high place.
Yeah.
And
so you're on your way to
look to see it.
For now, you're on your way. That's where you're headed. Still crossing one of those natural bridges inside the hall, and you take a turn not far from the actual king's apartments, and you all alone in this vast underground fortress. You can hear things echoing, and coming from the direction of where the king's apartments are, kind of like you're midway between the throne room and king's apartments, and you can hear the echo of a conversation, and you hear those two familiar voices. The king himself, Thranduil. You can by the just straight out, like you have the feeling that he's having an argument with Irime. Irime, she's one of the first ladies of Thranduil's court. She's one of the oldest elf of the Woodland Realm. She came with Thranduil's father, Orofair, am I correct? She was born in Doriath, and she did the whole journey. And she was part of it all when the Woodland Realm got up and running. So she was in Dol Guldur before it was Dol Guldur. And Thranduil and Irime are having an argument. You can't see them. You just hear echoes of their voices. What's your first reaction?
Sorry, who? Emery? Is that my
Irime.
my sister?
No, she's not she's not related to you directly.
Okay.
She's
the name
well.
is similar to-
She's she's ancient. Huh? She's ancient. She's a good friend of your mother. You know her personally. You're in good terms with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you eavesdrop a little bit on their conversation. But what's your first reaction?
Well, a little startled to hear Thranduil an argument. Normally he's a man of peace and would not allow himself to descend to argument with people. But something must be afoot, so I do stop and just take a moment to listen.
Yeah.
I won't step into that scene.
There's somewhere, on one of those platforms, and the sound echoes, and they're not shouting. It's an elven argument, It's considerate, but still, just the vibe. Just it's enough for you. You know. And you hear Irime's voice going, "Thranduil, my dear cousin, I have no desire to quarrel with you at this point in my journey. This life I lived, the service I have provided to our cause, has brought me much comfort indeed. But hear me now. The fire of my fate is dwindling. My task is done. I cannot bear that longing for Aman anymore. It calls me now, and I shall answer." And he cuts straight. "O fairest of the fair, Irime, to bear the sorrow to see you go, to walk this hall without hearing the fairest of voices echoing its chants through the pulsating warmth of this living fortress, to wander the woods without seeing the glitter of your hair below the stars. I cannot." And she goes, "Peace and wonder are still yours to protect and share. Much is yet to come still. I can feel it. My melancholy would only add more weight to the realm. I am fading. I can feel it. So my choice is made. I am leaving for the West. But cloistered in that realm that you have magically protected, there is one thing that is wished. That I wish I had accustomed myself with more. Let me tell you, I have missed the mortal races of men and dwarfs. So I have decided to invite a group of commoners to accompany me on my last journey." And Thranduil goes, "It is not the place for commoners, least a bunch of mortals to accompany a lady of your stature on her last journey. I will not permit it. The ultimate pilgrimage is meant for meditation and deep self-introspection, not drinking stale beer with randomers at the Forsaken Inn on the side of the road." She goes, "We will speak about it no more. My decision is made. As weird as it sounds, I wish to be accompanied by those your generations who will feed Middle-earth with yet more tales of wonder. Done with this debate. Please, my king, allow me to go now and take take part in preparations for the feast at the bower. Will I see you there? And you hear no response. Just steps walking away. What do you do?
Is she walking towards me or away from me?
You hear only one pair of steps, possibly those of Thranduil, of one of them. You don't know. No one is walking in your direction.
Well, in that case, I will just take this knowledge and pass quietly towards my family. And consider it something in me, a spark of interest in this journey to the seas of interest. But for now, still just thinking, remembering my journey, and wanting to make sure that my family are in good order. So I will just pass by quietly unless somebody beckons me.
You're good.
And indeed, my flute will play tonight. I start to think.
Surely.
At the bower.
Surely. We'll cut the scene right there. And now we're back with Holden Magroan. Am I pronouncing?
Magroan. Yeah. Magroan.
Magronan. I have really to. Magronan.
You put an extra N in there.
Magroan. Who's approaching the gates of Erebor. Well, just it's yet something else. We just had a glimpse at Dale and this human din and bustle of this multicultural chaos and wonderful diversity. We had a glimpse at the depth of Elven King's underground halls, their mysterious atmosphere, and now we are in front of those disproportionate gates with those absolutely ginormous statues on each side, and those columns jutting up, shooting towards the summit of this incredible mountain, this spike in the middle of nowhere. You're approaching those humongous gates with your little cart, accompanied by this dwarf kid. The gates are, on both sides of the gates, below those gates, you have two beautiful waterfalls that merge below the road and form the running river. And you're on this road going up, approaching this enormous wall hewn out of the stone, the rock. The gates are under the supervision of the Iron Guard, which is a special detachment of soldiers. They are led by one of those heroes of the Hobbit. Who is it? Who's the guy? It's Dwalin. Dwalin the warrior, standing there proudly with a dozen of those guards. The gates are quite busy, wide open. Huge, I imagine they are stone doors, yeah, like just magnificent stone doors, wide open. Enormous mouth, inviting you inside this underground city, where thousands and thousands of dwarves are living, working, drinking. And there you have humans, no elves coming in, but humans, and mostly dwarves coming in and out. Everyone is checked and double checked and triple checked. It's a very procedural thing to come through those gates. It's like crossing a border between I don't know, two communistic countries. I mean, like it's like no one goes and notices through those gates, and everything is recorded.
I'll go through the usual checks, and I'm going to assume that they're going to want to check weapons and shields and stuff like that. So I put each of my implements down on the table: shield, my helmet, my spear, and this enormous axe with a long haft.
And one of those good dwarves, they have memories. They know each other's name. They know each other's parents and grandparents. Everybody knows, like there is this. It's a tight community. Although it's a big city, it still gives the sense that a stranger wouldn't go and notice there. No way. And one of those guards, you've met him a couple of times. I'm sure you had some possibly good times with him. You're a messenger yourself, You've been around. You've done some work for the community. You've been on some errand, bringing news, fetching news. They know you're an asset. They're happy, and they're always happy to see you. But they kind of like smile at see you coming in with a bunch of ironware, meant for plowing soil. Like the guy goes like, "What do you think you're gonna do with that in Erebor? I mean, you're gonna open, I don't know, gardens in here or what?"
Aye, lad, gonna grow potatoes.
Oh yeah,
these are for delivery. These are for delivery to Lake Town. It just so happened that taking a wee bit of a detour.
How come? Where are you headed?
I'm summoned to the Chamber of Mazarbul.
And he goes like, "Chamber of Mazarbul? You a scholar now?"
No, but what's his name? I'm not good with names.
Munin.
Munin's a Cullen, and you can't say no to him.
I understand that. I mean, he kind of speak for the king. Enfin, he's a bit crazy himself, but he's a good fella. Man, forgot the king's name. Doin?
No, it's shoot.
Yeah, the king.
I forgot to.
The king himself.
Was it Dane? No?
Dane, yes, yeah, Dane. There we go.
Yeah. Well, anyway. All right, we'll keep an eye on your stuff here. But you can take your you can take your weapons and all. You're fine. You can take your gear. It's not like
Right. Thank you.
If you wanna leave your cart in here and your donkey, Is it a mule or a pony? I can never make the difference.
It's just a pony.
Ah,
Can't ride anything else, and I use this lad for many a purpose.
grand. Off you go now. And who's this fella? Narni? What do you do here?
Army.
It's a bit off.
He's the messenger. He's the messenger that's dragged me all the way here.
He's a good boy. Good boy. Choke him on the head. I told you they're going to choke me on the head.
Listen, lads. If you ever find the need for some fine smith work, head on down to Robin's shop. You can't miss it.
Yeah, and they kind of like a few of them laughed in their beers. Yeah, don't you laugh at the woman smithing? She's doing a fine job.
Just find the sign, the wooden sign hanging off the door with the mark like this, and then I show him the mark on my axe.
All right.
She'll patch your things up or make you a new, sturdier work.
Oh yeah, if you can touch my thing up, I don't mind.
With her hammer, aye.
Oh yeah.
All right, you have yourselves a good one.
Yet. See you later. If you come back this way. And in we are. Inside Erebor. Another underground city. But just outlandish proportions. Just holes. Just, I don't know how many hundreds of yards wide, bridges, long stairs, platforms, balconies, towers, inner chambers, levels, all sorts of machinery to bring things up and down. I think it's very busy. I think it's very noisy. So many things, echoes and sounds rippling against each other. The din of the mines below. You have levels after levels of mines, and those mines are being still 20 years later, after reopening the city. Most of the mine complex is still to be refreshed and reopened. So there are many expeditions under Erebor going way, way deep. Hopefully not as deep as they went into Moria. And but the king remembers. And there are very, very specific laws and procedures about the mining. Everything is well under control. But there are things, nameless things, down there, and it's a dangerous job to go. And there are as well ancient goblin tunnels. Things that live in the dark below Erebor. So it's not that rare to hear about a mission of dwarven miners accompanied by warriors coming back with stories, horror stories. You make your way through those bridges, through those chambers and those halls and those inner markets. And it's like a mall in a mall in a mall. It's humongous. You arrived at the chamber Mazarbul. And there, well, it's again a disproportionate underground library with those shafts piercing, with the light coming down, pouring down from those shafts, and those beams of light just hitting the ground with those marvelous, patterns on those tiles, columns, stairs, climbing. The whole thing is surrounded up to the ceiling by libraries, shelves and shelves of books, scrolls, and ancient stone tablets. And the quantity, the amount of records and knowledge there. Dwarves have a habit of they archive everything. Yeah, everything has a date, a serial number. Where it was made, where it was headed, what it was for, who owned it, from when to when, how it was passed on from generation and generation. And some of those records come from far away keeps and holds and ancient fortresses that are no more. But those records were collected and brought back to Erebor, and it's a constant influx of information gathering into this core library of this is the dwarven mind. And there seems that there was a bit of a hiccup here. Some form of mishap had just happened, or somewhat part of a stair and a balcony have fallen, and a whole, there was a whole avalanche of books and scrolls, and there are broken tablets. It's not covering the whole of the place, but in one of those corners there was an accident, and the structure broke. So there is a group of workers there with their what do you call those structures the scaffolding. They're fixing it. And a host of scribes at work trying to piece together broken pieces of ancient tablets, rolling back some scrolls, taking notes about, of course, what was broken, where is it supposed to go. An architect is there to help them sort of like, just harmonize the whole thing. Fresh, concrete is being prepared there. They're pulling rocks up there. They're fixing the place. In the middle of this pile of books and scrolls and broken tablets and scribes all around, overactive. This golden light pours in from those shafts, and of course lanterns and candles, oil lamps. You see the silhouettes of Munin, the keeper of records. Very ancient dwarf, humongous beard, with going in two plight. How do you call that? Plight.
Like a forked beard.
Yeah, like a forked beard. Yeah, with golden rings, and but the beard is to perfection, but the hair is just the hair of someone completely overloaded. There seem to be there is the host of those scribes to help him but you see that they are just overworked, overloaded with. There was this accident, and it continuous influx of more and more books coming in and all that. And he's accompanied by Ori, who was one of the Thorin Oakenshield's lad. Yeah. And Ori is the scribe. So Ori and Munin let's say that Munin really doesn't really notice you. So just one of those silhouettes in his kind of like I can imagine him like trying to solve the mystery of P, you know, the number P is trying to like he's in mad calculation. This is got to be and he taps, he shows finger signs to some scribes like possibly 15 meters away, high up on a ladder, and he kind of he plays scribes at a distance, you know. He's like completely entranced. But Ori sees you arrive. Oh, this is you, yeah? Holden?
I tap my long haft. Holden, reporting as summoned.
I can see that. You're very welcome. You're making me happy. I see that someone has not made the master waiting. What do you think? Isn't that splendid? Magnificent? Brilliant? Impressive? You're not a man of knowledge, aren't you?
Folk oral history, folk tales here and there. I could share a few that I've picked up along the way.
You know how to read?
Read, I can read.
So listen, Munin is quite busy now, you see? The guy is, just like a classical music director, entrance in his work, double-checking a list of things, making signs. Well, he's busy. I'm not sure he has eaten for maybe a week. I don't know if he realized it that himself. Anyway, Munin tells me to tell you, to tell most messengers around here. You're not the chosen one, yeah? Don't worry about that, huh? You're not special, but you kind of are, because you've wandered about, yeah? Heard of the Blue Mountain?
Yeah, I've been far east and far west,
So let's make it, I'll make it short and simple and concise for you, yeah? Just discovered some old documentation, yeah, you see? Mentioning something a bit weird, yeah? Apparently we'd have missed quite a big of a legend, yeah? We call it a legend now because we're not sure it's true at all. Something... Well, we found an old stone tablet, yeah? Well, now it's lost somewhere here. I cannot confirm. Anyway, trust me. It was a stupid... whatever. It was just a love poem. But from way back. Back to the first stage. And it mentioned something we've never heard before. Something like the poem said something like, fire like the orb of Aule is burning in my heart. So we looked for more evidence, and actually Munin discovered some old documentation mentioning the Firestone, or the Orb of Aule, or the Heart of Arda. So, and all of this is tied to the city of Nogrod. Seems that the dwarf of Nogrod possibly have used some sort of enchanted crystal to fire up their legendary forge during the third stage. Can you believe that? I cannot. But I can at the same time. I wish it was true. We need to know if it is true. We're not sending you to find this thing, but to know more about it. But if you can find it and fire the legendary forge, by the way, that would be a little plus. And surely there would be a bonus for that.
Is not the Nogrod forge located in Moria?
Nah, not this one. Nah, Nogrod and Belagost.
Huh.
Those guys. Yes, in the Blue Mountains.
I see.
So, if by any chance you happen to be headed that way, give it a shot. Won't you? Will be
Suppose I could.
more than grateful. And he already puts a big pouch of silver in your hand.
Thank thee. Suppose I could make the trip after heading to Lake Town.
And like I told you, no hurry. Just so you know.
All right. I'll get it done.
A pair of scribes just trying to get his attention, you know. Just they're there with ledgers, and they want to ask him something. And he goes like, "Wait, I'm sorry, my good friend. I'd go for a pint with you if I had the time, and the space in my head. But as you can see, I'm quite busy. Are we okay? Are we good?
We're okay. You can trust Holden McGrain.
I know. We know you. We're watching. We're watching you. We have been watching you.
I wouldn't expect any less. Narni, lad, put out the word.
Narni.
Holden's making a trip.
Huh? Narni runs towards you. He was just impressed by the whole thing. Didn't want to touch anything. He approaches. He was standing by the main door. Yes, my good sir. Yes, my good sir.
You'll want to put out some word. The Holden's making a trip to the Blue Mountains, and if anyone has any errands, now's the time.
Oh, surely, my sir, my good sir. This is great news. I mean, it's gonna be epic.
Indeed, lad.
So
I'll catch you.
Yeah.
I'll catch you at the Lake Town in 2 days.
No bother.
Just bring to me anything that anyone messages, whatever anyone needs to be brought to the Blue Mountains. Not a lot, just enough that a pony can carry. Aye?
Aye. And he runs off. Just like what?
And then Holden ponders just a little bit whether he should bring the lad on the trip or not before heading off and doing his thing.
Yeah. He's not an offer line, huh? So you need to how do you call that? Confer with his family?
Confirm with his family.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, suppose I could make that stop.
Okay, I like it. Cool. Yeah, just as you're about, you know that. Let's say that his parents are from Erebor, in indoor Erebor, the Grand City. when you'll be headed to find them and just propose, make that proposal. Just before that, you just head out, and you hear someone running behind you again as you're about to cross the gates, and it's Ori the scribe, which like goes, just listen, like, you know, on the way to the Blue Mountains, well, of course, you know this place, the Shire, yeah? Like, you know my brother, Nori, the toy maker, yeah? Nori is one of the legendary ones who actually was of Thorin's Oakenshield's company. Please, well, you know, he likes his smoking, you know, weed. Why not bring him back some good stuff from there while you at it?
I suppose I could.
I like that. Thank you very much.
Welcome. And he just remembers it. That's Holden's thing. Holden's he remembers stuff. It's all in his head. He doesn't really write things down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he also like collects lore from town to town. So he'll walk in, listen to the folklore, listen to stories here and there, and that sort. And he just collects it in his head.
Yeah, the memory of a mammoth.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, let me tell you that, Narni's parents have been looking for some kind of reason to be, you know, they want to make something of this child, and they designate you, you know, his tutor. And yes, you are to bring him on the way and make something of him.
Right. Thank you.
Cutscene.
If you catch your lad before he sets off, send him to my sister.
Will do.
She'll equip him right with the proper amount of gear.
Oh, awesome. Ooh, the boy
He's gonna need it.
The boy will be crazy. Awesome. All right, let's head back to the Woodland Realm once more. Ah, shit, I had some music special for Erebor. Forgot. I don't know if you're into music too much. I hear it. I put it very, very low in my feedback. But I still hear it. There was some dwarven ambient there. We've missed it, Shy.
It helps with the immersion, yeah.
It does, huh? It does, yeah. Well, the next time we're back in Erebor, remind me. It may be a while.
Actually, you know that you can set music to autoplay whenever you change scenes.
I do. Yes, that's right. I do know that. I forgot to set that up. That's right.
Yeah.
It would be a little...
I do that to take a load off of my head when I'm game mastering.
Therefore, yeah, I forgot about this one. All right. Here we are. It's evening time. It's the Bower. It's festival. It's not like a holy day, you know, but it's just one of those days when the elves find any reason just to celebrate nature and the gods. And to the left here, you can see that's Irime. This is the biggest clearing of the realm. It's about a mile wide, with a large circle at its center of, big trees, elongated trees, elms and beeches. They form this kind of the heart of the clearing, with this inner glade inside this larger glade. The king is absent. There are music, chants, elves feasting, elvenly. There are traditional dances, possibly, circle dances around this inner circle of trees, where usually are held like councils, things to do with, like big questions for the community. This is the place where the wise gather, and so elven lamps hanging on the trees, lute, mandolins, tambourines, intermittent clapping of hands, a minstrel soloing somewhere in a corner with a group of, fans, a lady telling poetry in another corner near another tree. A place out of time, out of space, protected, vibrant, but at the same time peaceful, eternally safe. The elves are just this one mind of celebration. This whole feast is a prayer to Arda. And the stars, you can see the stars in this clearing. This is not Mirkwood, this is the heart of the woodland realm. I don't know if we could compare the elven hall, the king's hall could be the heart, but here maybe it's the crown, maybe it's this part of the psyche of the elves, of the elf people, open towards the sky. And the stars to the elves are so bright, so full of stories and pulsating. They're not just dots in this on a bleak, bland, flat sky. This is, you see through it, you see the depth of the universe, you see space between the stars, distance between them, you see the maps. Varda is here, Varda is among you.
Well,
Irime
Elaris,
is among the crowd.
Elaris allows himself to mingle and contemplate momentarily and join in with the festivities, and his heart lightens as a young elf amongst his young friends and his elders, and the glistening stars above inform him of the past and the future, and his soul sails, falls, rides in the sky and amongst his friends. He takes some light refreshments and food and laughs with one of his older friends and those he's scouted with and knows well, and he is so pleased to see his sister and mother happy. And
your sister is at your arm.
And,
She's holding your arm. You both are walking as one.
Yes. And if the occasion arises, our feet dance lightly in the glade as we approach the musicians, and a joy is upon me that all is well for a moment. Something in me, my knowledge of the darkness and a dark moment that occurred some years ago always lingers with me, and also a sense that maybe this could be my last chance to enjoy the fruits and company of home before a journey. Something in me says that I may be leaving. Can't quite know. Maybe it was the conversation I heard earlier between Thranjul and Irime that made me think of the West, and that perhaps my feet would travel beyond the safety of the glade, of the wood.
What is it with you?
I enjoy,
she says, your sister. What is with you tonight? You're here but not here. I feel you.
Yes.
But part of you is away. Where are you looking at? Isn't that enough?
It is enough to be here and to be back with you, and know that your brother is always at your side, even if I go further away. You are my heart, and through you, I know more of the spirit of this world.
You know that I love you
leanings.
More than anything else, brother.
I know that, my sister, and I love you as well. As I love these stars above, our love will be forever. And let us make music. Let us make music.
Yes.
I know you can.
Let me dance.
I know you can sing and hear.
Oh, can I sing along your flute?
Yes, my flute is brought forth, and my face shines to see the other musicians, and I join with the music and look to the lords around me, and put my spirit amongst them, and I join in the music, and I share stories of my scouting, and just the reassurance that all is good at this moment.
Yeah.
Let us take heart. Take heart in that.
Maybe your dad comes along with your mom, and your mom keeps quiet. She as well is sort of here but not here, but your dad is always concerned with more news from the border, the frontier, the south. And
yes, whenever my father...
Yeah, he's more of the general sort of kind, type. News from the south, son.
Yes, father, and I stand a little taller, always to stand in his shadow, to stand alongside him. I stand taller, and yes, my father, I have gone on the trails that you have shown me, and to the south, as always, is darker, and the spider and the shadow resides there, and there's always more shadow I sense.
He approaches you and puts his his, what do you call this part?
My brow or my forehead?
His forehead, yeah. He puts his forehead against yours and says, remember, son, your heart is all the armor you need. A strong heart will go through anything.
Thank you, my father. I sense that I may be leaving soon. I know not why, but I sense a journey is coming to me, and I will always take your heartening words and your heartening meaning and soul with me. Thank you, my father. Linnaeus, who I will do everything in my power to live up to your strength and knowledge.
Both of them, Linnaeus, your father, and Lorelei, your mother, look at you as if they knew something is in the making, and they see you on the path, but no concern, not a ripple of doubt or fear for you in them, utter trust and faith.
Yes, I feel the confidence in them, and know in the end it will only be my own doubt that can take me from the path, or what enemies would come upon me. But once I have communed with them a little and shared in that moment, I definitely also would like to enjoy the time with the other younger elves and sing and let the night go.
Yeah, your sister, she kind
long.
of like startles, just wakes you up from this moment of eternal connection, and just like grabs your arm. Come on, what did we just say? Are we not going to play?
Emma. Absolutely, and we twirl and dance across the glade, and the firelight and the starlight, and the music plays, and what a beautiful night it is.
Mm. The moon joins, shows herself. I forgot who is leading her. I had notes on the moon. This Maya is I forgot which one is who. Anyway, we'll go back to that. I'll take notes next time we talk about the moon and the sun between elves.
Ithel, the silver flower. Ithel is the elvish name for the moon, or the full moon.
Ah.
Similar to Minas Ithel, Ithelian Ithel.
The moon is joining the celebration. It beams down on this huge clearing, filled with hundreds and hundreds of immortal hippies.
Yeah.
Deathless.
Beautiful.
Deathless hippies.
Yeah.
Kind of a joke, because they're much more than that, but that was just the image as I remember that the two. I was part of those the rainbow gatherings, and they always find big clearings somewhere lost, in the forest or the mountains, and there are those like endless corals, dancing corals of fires here and there, people walking with lanterns, flashes of laughter coming from around, somewhere, just like this. And the moon appears, and it beams down on the clearing, and one of those goes through the foliage and hits on the silhouette of Irime. And she's with her her close ones, and they're having conversations. But she's kind of like looking at you, gazing in your direction, not expressively engaging with you, but she's as well sort of like disconnected from this activity around her. You see, like even now, your father and mother have joined her company, and possibly your mother is making a joke at her, or she's joking to your father and turning towards her to get her response, and she's she's somewhere else, as if like on a theater stage, the stage of a theater, and you have those silhouettes, just becoming totally, everything becomes ethereal around this central figure. She's there, lit in the middle of it all, lit by the moon. And something draws you to her, of course.
Yes, so in that moonlight, and the moon was moon was created from the last flower of Telperion, one of the trees, and the moon Ithil is steered through the sky by a male Maya.
Yes, who is chasing after the girl who carries the sun, yeah?
That's right, the sun Einar is from the tree Laurelin and was created second, and that is steered through the skies by the female Maya, Arian. Yes, that's right, they chase each other in a circle.
Yeah.
So yes, caught in this moonlight, I see the gathering of the great people of my halls, and yes, naturally I move towards this light, this lit circle. My ears pricking up as a young 300-plus-year-old elf, looking, listening, and wondering thinking back to the argument earlier, and where have they come to through this festivity? Have they found solace? Have they found direction already, or will that take longer?
You mean who? Between Thranduil and Irime?
Yes, between the circle of elders there. That's right, they're together, is that right?
Yeah. Thranduil is absent.
He is not there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Irime is there. Mm-hmm. She is with her friends, is that right?
Yes, she's with her close ones, and her parents, her friends, but as if disconnected. And let's say that she goes on a stroll. Mm-hmm. She goes on this little stroll, walking on the edge of this clearing, just near the eave of the woods.
Mother takes my arm and takes me to her, maybe.
Right, yes.
Or
what is it, son?
Irime, the ancient lady, she is troubled, I think, and I heard earlier that she would fade and go to the west. Look, she goes aside from the festivities. Shall we go to her and see if you and I could offer some comfort?
I like that. I will accompany you. Let's go.
Thank you.
You approach her, Irime. Festivities still going on. It's like an echo of an echo. The dances, musics, and chants. And you approach the silver lady. Long blonde hair, this hairband glittering under the moon. And she walks with her. She's holding her hand near her heart. And she walks with closed eyes between the trees, just on the edge of the clearing. Closed eyes. She's been there for hundreds of years. She knows every root, every trees. She doesn't even need to look where she walks. She walks between those trees, those boughs and roots, plants and flowers in the night. And you approach her alongside your mother. And you meet with her. And she lifts her head, looks at you. The three of you are below this beautiful oak tree. Good evening.
My eyes.
Yes.
I raise my eyes in awe at her beauty, and I kneel on one knee close to the waters, and with my mother at my side. Oh, Irime, forgive me, but I overheard you during the day in conversation with King Thranduil. The words I heard something of an argument, but all I know is that you are thinking of leaving to the west, and my mother and I would like to offer you our kindness, our comfort, and anything else that you require. If by chance you are seeking company on your journey, it would be my honor to leave the confines of our wood and protect you on that journey, if it should happen. To see the sea and to see the way west to the light of Valinor at your side would be something life-changing for me, and it would give me great heart to go with you and know that I am doing what I can for your safety, as my father would do in his place. Forgive me.
He clutches her hands and nearly touches you on the forehead. Then, comb your hair, like just one stroke through your hair like that. And you feel like you're 4 years old, touched by, your grandmother, when, you just know that it's this utter tenderness. And she looks at you with this. It's a mixture of a kind of a Joconda smile mixed with something a lot younger. Something very profound, but at the same time fairy-like, very childish. And this thing like, are we going on an adventure? one last time? Can I, is that... Can I be excited one last time? And you feel in her gaze, in her touch, she finally stroked through your hair, touches a bit of your ear, and then clutches her hands again, and then she kind of like let go of her. She was a bit like contained. Her diaphragm was a bit up there, and she finally rests her arms to her side and smiles and looks at your mother. Your mother goes, this, confirmation. It's, I don't know, how could they experience that? Immortal fuckers. They must be telepathic at this point. It must be some form of another way to communicate, a glimpse, just a look at each other and you tell everything. And she has looked at your mother that way, and your mother just nodded and offers her to take her hands, and they hold hands together and release. And Irime looks at you and she says, yes, I would be honored to have such a flame at my side to accompany me on my last journey to the western shore. And to have such a green leaf like yours, already filled with such knowledge and wisdom. You've been around, my lad. But there is so many stories I haven't told yet. So many memories I need to share before I quit Middle-earth. I would be happy to have you